Donald Trump says he's safe and well after reports of gunshots described to have been fired in his vicinity. Local officials in Palm Beach in Florida say it happened in the grounds of his golf course while he was playing. An AK-47 assault rifle has apparently been recovered and a man is in custody while Tom Bateman is live in Washington with the very latest for us now. Tom, what more have you got?
Hezbollah firing a barrage of rockets from Lebanon into Israel overnight, targeting the northern port city of Haifa. The attacks coming one day after Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon killed nearly 500 people, including dozens of women and children, and wounded 1,600 others, making it the deadliest day of Israeli strikes in Lebanon in nearly 2 decades. The moment of one of those airstrikes caught on camera as a journalist prepared to go live on the air.
Jeremiah 28 verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Luke 21 verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right, shalom. As always, I want to start these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha-Rakah Kodash, as well as the salutations upon to the elders and apostles that have been laboring in this wisdom, this wise counsel, helping younger brothers such as myself understand this 144% true doctrine of the Bible, this being titled America's Final Wars, and with the S and apostrophes, because there's one grand finale war, which is World War III, which is rapidly brewing and popping off right before the whole world's eyes. But not only the beauty, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is the greatest movie director of all time. And this is the epic end of the wicked of Esau, Edom, as well as the rest of these heathen nations in rulership, because we know Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning that followeth. And he gave Esau his blessing, the sword, and that's how he's finna go out, with his own damn sword. And we're seeing not only America's military be stretched thin, with this upcoming third woe, and its military is weakened, collapsing just like Rome did the previous incarnation. We're seeing civil war pop off as well, and it's immediate with president shootings and economic collapse, and all these foreign jakes coming in from Central and South America, and all-time high division. This is beautiful. This is what the Lord prophesied. Once again, Luke 21 verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. We are looking to get out of this captivity. We are looking to get out of the last place spot as the children of Israel, and we're looking, and the Lord is coming through with His promise. He's avenging the children of Israel for all the bloodshed and oppression and slavery that we've gone through, and He's going to redeem the 1/3 of His people that come back into remembrance in a state of repentance for all of the wickedness we've done in this lifetime as well as past lifetimes. Okay, and then we're seeing these wars pop off left and right. It's only going to increase through the end of Esau's reign of terror. Mark 3 verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. And Satan, you so-called WHITEs, not only is your golden seat, America, coming to an end, that the beast, the NATO and the European unions are at odds with each other, and as well as the Edomite country of Russia prophesies the bear is going to be it's like a East Coast West Coast beef of hip hop, except it's the Edomite version, and it's going to be to Esau's end. We know that Russia is prophesied to be the main country to completely annihilate and decimate Babylon the Great America off the face of the earth after the third woe with them thermonuclear ICBM missiles. And this third woe is dragging. We're going to get into that, how America is being dragged into this third woe. But let's speak on this civil war right now. It's an all-time level of division, and Yahushua spoke on this. And it's so bad. I found out they got this conservative beer. It's basically an anti-liberal Trump-supporting beer called Ultra Right. They're selling this now. Esau done created his own beer in retaliation to last year Budweiser supporting the Transformer movement and the Rainbow Mob. So now Esau's got his own conservative beer to support Trump. This is and he's glorifying that stage. And speaking as a man, I believe these shootings of Trump are staged and looking to cause more division. Esau's got, even in his movies, that Civil War 24. It's nothing but division, and that's the Lord. Whether it's real or not, the Lord is putting that spirit of division throughout Babylon the Great America. And even on the TV, it says concerns about rhetoric and political violence in 2024 race. This is, you wouldn't see this. This is what's bubbling up. Is America is on the brink of all-out civil war and inner city chaos and violence. This is what Yahushua said. He not coming back to love everyone and we all hold hands. He's coming back to put a sword up in the ass of these heathen nations and 2/3 of our people under that same mindset. Lord willing, we don't be of that number. Matthew 10 verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay? And once again, that's Esau's blessing. His blessing was the sword and the fatness of the earth that he got through the sword and bloodshed. Well, that's how he's finna go out. He built his world off of violence, and he's finna go out with great violence. Okay? Isaiah 19. Let's start at verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Every one that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. In modern day Egypt being America, okay? In the land, it says no work. There shall be any work for Egypt. We've seen economic collapse happening right before our eyes. All-time layoffs, left and right. These major companies are laying people off, as well as a lot of these jobs are replacing. Amazon being one of the main ones, and all these tech companies replacing their employees with artificial intelligence. We know this is leading up to one of the final prophecies, that M to the OTB, that Esau is going to completely collapse this current system and implement an all digital system where we got to take a mark. That's happening, and what that's going to do is it's going to create Jacob's trouble. Jacob being the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. In verse 17 it says the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. That's the southern kingdom, and Judah being the tribe representing the Negroes. We at the bottom of the totem pole. We don't have shit. We ain't never really had shit when America was going good. Imagine how these Jakes is gonna do when all hell breaks loose and there's no food on the shelves and there's no police in the streets and it's martial law troops out here. Judah is gonna be a terror out here, as well as the northern kingdom too. There's gonna be Jacob's trouble, and we've seen that with all these Venezuelan migrants coming through as well. And a lot of them Jakes are from war-torn, hardened countries. They used to this, so it's we seeing the movie play out is getting real bad out here, and Lord willing, we get to witness this, and we're not in harm's way. Okay, this is Second Esdras speaking on these food prices, because that's another plague that the Lord is hitting modern day Egypt up. It's going to be not only a famine of his words, but an actual famine of bread too. And we're seeing right now in 2024, food prices skyrocket. Is going to get a lot worse, especially when scarcity of food starts to really hit these grocery stores. Second Esdras 16 verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And victuals meaning food. You know, we seen the price of food go up more and more and more. Well, what do you think gonna happen when Esau cut these government goodies off, and cut food stamps, and cut this rental and housing assistance, and all these jobs and all these layoffs? It's gonna be, if you think Babylon the Great America is violent now, wait till there's no food. Especially America, the most obese, fast food eating, addicted country on earth. Imagine when they say it takes 72 hours for all the food on the shelves to be cleared out. It's going to be complete anarchy and chaos. And let's get to go back a chapter in Second Esdras to the 15th chapter. It speaks on this, neighbors fighting against each other, because we're witnessing a civil war brew right in Babylon the Great America, as well as the third World War III at the same exact damn time. Second Esdras 15 starting at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And you see that in the movie, the Purge movies, and you see a lot of these Edomite neighborhoods. They can pretend to be civilized when everything's going well, but when there ain't no police and there's a scarcity of bread and it's survival mode out here, Esau in these little nice uppity neighborhoods is going to revert back to that devil-like bloodthirsty spirit, and it's going to be a lot worse in the Jake neighborhoods where we're already economically impoverished and don't have the resources. This is Jacob's trouble brewing. And as at the same time you got this civil war brewing, we got World War III popping off right before our eyes. Going back to this clip, going in the so-called Middle East, which is really Western Asia. It's popping off. Let's get this. Revelation the 11th chapter verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. Let's do Joel the 3rd chapter, and we're going to do verse 9 through 13. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all of the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there I will sit about to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Okay, and it speaks about the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's mainly the Middle East, the so-called Middle East. Okay, Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord Yahweh's judgment where he's going to judge these heathen nations. He's rounding all these armies of the nations to come together and fight this final third woe. And these nations are going to destroy and obliterate each other. Okay? Right before Yahweh Shai comes back in the army, in the presence of the holy angels, all these heathen nations are going to just kill each other off in this third woe, kill each other's armies off. It's going to be a very bloody, brutal, violent war fought with missiles, with fuel of fire. Okay? And who's bringing America into this third war is the country of Israel. It's hooking America right into this third woe, as we're seeing Jeremiah 49 verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Okay, that least of the flock is Israel. Israel's a tiny little country, and it's greatly despised. That would be Amalek. Okay, those Amalekites out there are greatly despised. They've been bullying the whole world and using America as the bully to back them up as a sword and as a weapon. And these other nations are getting tired of their shit. They're getting tired of Esau and Amalek being the hammer of the earth, and they're rising up against them. Obadiah 1 verse 2 through 4. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, and thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, Esau, whose habitation is high, Esau, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence I will bring thee down, saith the Lord. Okay, that's the Lord. You know, Esau, you've been perverted by the fear. I believe it says that in the NLT, the fear you inspire in others. Well, now everyone getting tired of that, and like it said earlier, I believe in Joel, the 3rd chapter, let the weak say that I am strong. All right, these nations that wouldn't dare come up against Babylon the Great, America in the past, are now they getting in that wartime economy, and they not scared of America no more, especially because America, they seeing the freak show that's going on back here. You got another woman running as president. You got all this madness. You got everyone ditching the dollar, and these BRICS nations teaming up. They see America ain't as big, bad, and tough as it used to be. And as well as they got a guard unto them, which is Russia, that's backing them up with these weapons. Okay, and let's close off on this. Ezekiel 38. We're gonna go verse 1 through 8. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Verse 4, And I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine enemies, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, which would be modern day Iran, Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer, which is modern day Turkey, and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Verse 7, Be thou prepared, and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them. Okay, so Russia is going to be a guard unto these smaller nations in the Middle East. Okay, and link up with China, as well as you got North Korea. You got a lot of enemies of Esau, Edom, and it's also prophesied that the beast shall hate the whore. So a lot of these countries in the European Union are going to turn on America as well. This is Esau once again divided against himself, and this is beautiful to see. The reign of the wicked of Esau, Edom is finally coming to an end. He built his kingdom off violence and bloodshed, and this is how he's going out. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.